Well, Trevor, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time. First question, how is this whole process going? I know you're heading to the Senior Bowl pretty soon. I mean, what has it been like recently?
Yeah, so Senior Bowl's next week, so it's a really exciting time. Ready to get down there in Mobile and play some ball again. I've been down here in Frisco, Texas, at a sports academy with Duke Manyweather and Les Spellman, and along with some other top O-line guys. Yeah, it's been a great time. Just just working hard every day, getting ready for that Senior Bowl, along with getting going through dance classes is what Les says, just to kind of learn how to run faster and just kind of meet our peak performance by the time that combine comes around. So it's been a good overall process, just going in, day out, just putting in the work and doing all that good stuff you need to be doing to play at your top level.
Absolutely. And I mean, heading into the Senior Bowl, what are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish during that time?
Senior Bowl is pretty much, play football how I know I can play. I mean, go down there, do the same stuff I did at Northern Iowa. Honestly, complete dominance is kind of what I'm shooting for, and trying to elevate my stock and prove that I'm one of the top tackles in this class. So that's probably my mindset going through there. I just want to play to the best of my ability, and yeah, that's all it is to it.
Yeah, and I mean, talking about playing to the best of your ability, I know your coach said that you play nasty. How did you develop that, and what is it about going out on the field that just brings that out of you?
I think it's just the mindset you have to have. I know, going onto that field, you just kind of got to have a switch pretty much. When I'm off the field, I try to be, the most nicest, humblest guy there is. But when it comes to that field, man, I'm trying to, pretty much try to embarrass the guy across from me. Like I'm trying to, completely dominate him and, show no mercy really. So where that comes from, I'd say for one, just the passion of the game. I mean, you got to have passion to do that. Like, I mean, I love football, obviously. So being able to play like that just comes from passion, along with, I know it really came to my head. Like I really thought of this back when Coach Clanton, my O-line coach, actually got to UNI. His kind of message to the O-line as a group was he wants to have a bunch of dogs on the line, which basically means, he wants us to be on a chain. He wants someone holding us back on a chain, a quarterback, he would say. And right when that ball is snapped, right when he claps, like they're letting the chains go, and they're, you're attacking the guy across from you, and you're basically a pit bull trying to take that guy down. So that's kind of where that comes from. But it's just, I'd say the number one thing is just, the passion for the game, and it's just fun. It's honestly just fun to do. It makes it so much, it's just so enjoyable to do.
I believe it. And I mean, I know you're going through this process right now. How did watching your teammate Spencer go through it last year kind of help you prepare you for it? And have you talked to him about what you're going through right now?
Yeah. It's cool to have, a guy right above you, have real good success in the league this year. I mean, starting as a rookie for, the Bills, I mean, that's crazy. That's really good. I mean, so that's really cool to see that, the success he's been having. I've talked to him a couple times about the process. I asked him some Senior Bowl questions, kind of, back when I was trying to pick an agent, some of that, just some overall questions, just kind of, what he's been through, and just basically advice of what I basically need to know. That's probably the main thing.
Absolutely. And I mean, has it hit you yet that, I mean, you're not just going to get drafted, but they're talking about you in the first round and one of the better tackles in the overall draft?
Yeah, at first it was a little, it was like, whoa, that's pretty cool, but it's definitely settling in now. I definitely am getting more confident myself, just seeing all that discussion. I'm really getting confident in my ability that I do have. And, the talks are, I just want to back up that talk at the Senior Bowl and the Combine to show that, I'm literally that guy. Like I want to be, hopefully the top tackle in the class is the goal. But yeah, I think it's been good so far.
Absolutely. And have you thought about the fact that you might be the highest, or will probably be the highest ever drafted Panther?
Yeah, I've heard that. It's pretty cool for sure. We've had some we've had some UNI legends pretty much come through here. So potentially being the um, number one guy, I think it's super cool, and hopefully it can happen.
So what has it been like to go from someone who, growing up, you probably watched the draft and you would pay attention to it, to being someone that's going to be in it and, be a part of that whole experience?
It's cool. It's awesome. Like it's really an honor. I mean, just growing up every year, I'd watch the draft. I would just, envision myself. I'm like, shoot, hopefully, one day I can be there. And yeah, it's played out real good so far. And yeah, it's really a dream come true.
Absolutely. And I mean, heading into your senior season, I know they were kind of talking about you making the draft. When did it go from you can play in the NFL to, I mean, you're going to be one of the guys that's going first?
I would say after my redshirt sophomore year in 2019, I think I was kind of like, man, like I got some stuff that if I clean up and really work on to the next off seasons, I could really, hope potentially play in the NFL. And that's what my coaches were saying to me. That's kind of what I was hearing and kind of what I, saw in myself. So yeah, just working day in and day out, just trying to get better every day. And then eventually over time, you kind of just, you have building blocks and you kind of just keep getting better and better and better every day. Eventually it came to that COVID season, the spring, and I was like, okay, like I'm feeling, pretty good out here. Like I think I can really got a good shot at getting drafted here. And after the spring season, I started hearing some talk about, like I was getting some I think it was like second, third round grades or something by some like national scouts and stuff like that. And I was like, shoot, like, I mean, why stop there? Honestly, like just keep shooting for the first round. That was a goal. And by the end of my senior season, I was starting to hear a lot of, first round buzz, and it was really a good thing to like, all the hard work and stuff that I put in and, the passion I have for it. It really just, it was really awesome. It was super cool to just finally get some recognition that I really believe that I deserve. And hopefully just going into the, Senior Bowl combine, I can keep that up and hopefully elevate it even more and, get drafted as high as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, going off of that, you talk about gaining that confidence and just reaching those levels. Did you ever think about transferring or going to a bigger school or anything like that? Or was it always UNI and Panther Nation?
It was really always UNI. I mean, I know after that spring season, I had, some talks about that. Actually, some people were wondering if I was going to do that. I'm just like, I couldn't see myself doing that. I mean, I got a bunch of friends at UNI that I was just like, I can't, like, I don't want to ditch them out. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave my brother. I mean, playing next to my brother, I don't want to do that. I mean, that was a super, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I mean, I didn't really have any thoughts of really doing that, but yeah, I just couldn't do that.
Absolutely. And kind of going off of that, I mean, UNI was one of the only schools to offer you. Have you thought a lot about your journey and just how you got here and where you're heading?
Yeah, I've thought about it a lot. It's crazy. Never would I have thought in high school, seeing, kind of the success I've had so far. I never would have imagined. It's super crazy. I mean, a lot of, it just shows, I mean, hard work can go a long way. I mean, just the amount of hours and hours I've put into this thing and, just working on myself. I mean, it's crazy to see how far I've come. And it's really awesome.
It is awesome. And I mean, you talked about how you were kind of paying attention after the spring season to where you were in those mock drafts. Do you still kind of pay attention to that and look at where certain people are ranking you and where you might fall?
Occasionally. I mean, it really doesn't affect me. I know there's a lot of people that just send me stuff like, oh man, they got you going here or wherever. I'm like, I don't really, I'm just trying to, do the best that I can basically and just let things fall in place, whatever happens, just play the best of my ability and, hopefully get into that, highest spot I can be in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, going off of that, I will say I have looked at some of the mock drafts, and they
Yeah.
do have you go into some like playoff teams and some contenders. Does that kind of add to the excitement that, I mean, you're not only are you going to go to the NFL, but you might go to a team where you're going to be in the postseason or might see postseason action right away?
Yeah, that'd be super cool. But honestly, it's just something that, any team really, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, obviously I want to go to a team and help them make the playoffs and hopefully win a Super Bowl, but it's like, I just want to go kind of, the place that fits me the best and the place that really, wants me. And yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So, I mean, growing up in Iowa, I know you guys don't have a pro sports team. So who did you cheer for football?
Growing up, I was a Vikings fan. So yeah, just being, close to home, I was a Vikings fan growing up. But yeah, so
Absolutely.
Vikings fan.
I mean, maybe they'll need an O-lineman. I think they might.
Maybe.
So you mentioned it, playing with your brother. I mean, what has that been like, and how exciting is it to have him as a teammate now?
It was super awesome. I mean, we went to different high schools. So growing up, we really didn't play with each other. I think the only thing we maybe did was like little league baseball or something. But travel teams, never on the same team. Football, he was too young for mine. So because he was like, let's say if he was in 6th grade, I'd be in 8th grade. So I'd be with the 7th grade, it'd be 7th, 8th grade team. So we wouldn't be on teams ever. And then, yeah, we never played, high school sports together. And then college, when he came down to his decision, it was between UNI and North Dakota State. And he was really getting close to that North Dakota State. And it was like, oh, shoot, like that's gonna really suck. Like I don't want him to go to them, especially. Like I don't want him to go there. But then also not being able to have him as a teammate potentially ever. I mean, it kind of would have sucked. But having him here it was awesome. Like it was super cool. Like we hung out pretty much every day. We'd hang out, get food, hang out with have people over, just do different stuff. I mean, we had a super good time. We pushed each other hard on the field. With the COVID lockdowns, we were in our garage working out every day. We were pushing ourselves. But yeah, he's helped me so much along the way, along with hopefully I have as well. But he's helped me a ton, pushing me and just having a built-in kind of just partner basically, and someone that's always with you. It's been super awesome to have.
Yeah, I mean, that is amazing. And obviously the brother connection is always great. So are you going to be pushing him to continue that and hopefully have his name be called in a couple of years?
Oh yeah. That'd be a good goal to have both of us in the league someday. That'd be super cool.
Absolutely. And, you mentioned your coach, your offensive line coach, Ryan Clanton. I mean, how important was he to your growth and just taking you from where you were when you first got to UNI to where you're at now?
Huge. Absolutely huge. I mean, coming into UNI, I didn't know really much about football. I mean, we played the lowest level of 11-man football in the state of Iowa. So, I mean, we honestly pretty much just ran the ball the whole time. We didn't pass at all. We passed maybe 5 times max a game. So I didn't know how to pass block whatsoever. Scheme wise, I didn't really know. We ran a 1970s scheme. We ran wing tee, and it was not modern day football. So I didn't really have a clue of really much scheme wise when it came to college football. So him coming in and just teaching, he taught us all just kind of how to play the line, and he's helped me a crazy amount. Whether that's technique work, just weight room, nutrition, just pretty much everything related to football. He's helped me on and helped me elevate my game. And yeah, he's been super great to my career.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, one of the last questions I have for you, Trevor, is what would you say to the guys that are kind of in your position where, I mean, not highly recruited out of high school, you go to a college, FCS school, and you just work your butt off, and now you're in the position that you're in. I mean, what message do you send to guys that are in your situation?
Honestly, just work hard, play football. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you go. Like, if you're good enough, they're going to find you. I mean, just, you got to be able to put in the hard work. You got to have passion for the game. You just got to be willing to put in, all the hours and really help better yourself. And yeah, I would say just don't worry about all that like star stuff. I mean, it all doesn't matter at the end. I mean, if you can play, you can play.
Absolutely. And, what is your motivation? I mean, what motivates you day in, day out to just put in that work and to do the sacrifices that require you to play at the level you play at?
I would say just to be the best person I can be. I want to reach my potential, basically. I want to be able to, do the, at the end of the day, I want to be able to kind of be like, okay, I did everything I could. Like, I have no regrets at anything I did. I just want to just meet that, potential as best as I can. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So I know you have a lot to go. There's still a lot of time. You got the Senior Bowl, you got the Combine, but do you have any plans right now for what you're going to be doing on draft night?
Not yet. Not yet. Hopefully invited, but don't know yet.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed talking with you.
No problem. No problem.